Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Week 5 NFL prediction. Coming off of an extremely lackluster Week 4 where I went 8-7-1. I'm assuming ties count, and this is not as a loss or a win either. I mean, I wasn't right, but I wasn't wrong. Regardless, my current record now is 40-23-1 on the season. I am due for a double-digit win week here. Come on. Couple of plugs as always. Don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel, Waggle, or Prize Picks. By using my codes on G Fuel or Waggle, you'll save a discount on any of their awesome products, and by using it at sign up on Prize Picks, you're going to guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. But always remember, please play responsibly, and let's get into the video. So kicking off with Thursday Night Football, we have the 49ers at the Rams. I'll take the Rams 28-14 here. Look, what I saw out of San Francisco last week with their defense and not having Nick Bosa, I think they're knee deep in their own crap right now. As of now, too, the timing of me making this video, Purdy is still questionable. Never great to have a quarterback uncertainty, and never great to have to play a wide receiver who on a bad day is going to have 10 receptions for 100 yards. I think Puka carves them up. I think the run game carves them up. I think the Rams walk out of here with a pretty commanding win. Now moving on for an actual tea and crumpet game. I know last week was in Ireland, but we have the Vikings at the Browns in London. For anybody waking up to watch this game on Sunday, I have a feeling it's going to put you right back to bed because I have the Vikings winning 13-10. Now, I wasn't going to pick the Vikings until I saw that Gabriel was starting because I feel like Gabriel versus Brian Flores is just not going to be a good day for the Cleveland offense. I think the Vikings defense alone will be able to keep them in the game. We just need the O-line desperately to show up, and we also need Carson Wentz to make sure that he is not holding on to that damn ball this game. Run, throw it out, do what you have to do. Don't turn around and just curl up and get hit and take a sack. I think the Vikings will win, and this is also my dad's pick of the week.
Hey WyattzWorld junkies, it's the Fossil coming to you from the cave. Last week I picked the Rams to beat the previously undefeated Colts, and they did. So I moved to 3-1. I'd like to go to 4-1 this week. So this week, each week I try and pick two teams that weren't in previous picks that I've made. So this week, Cleveland is hosting the Vikings overseas in London. The Vikings not having to travel. Cleveland does have to travel. Cleveland taking with them that #1 defense in the NFL, but they're also taking with them a pretty horrible offense. Sounds like they're going to start Gabriel instead of the true Fossil, Joe Flacco from the NFL, and Gabriel going against the Vikings, so they're going to look to run. Minnesota's run defense has not been good. Overall, their defense has been good and unpredictable. I look for Boris to put together something to stop that Cleveland run, force them into a passing game, and hopefully Minnesota can take advantage of that. Whether or not Minnesota can keep Cleveland's defense out of their backfield and wins upright, Minnesota will only have 2 starting offensive linemen going in there. Otherwise, it's reserves, and they've not played good. Having said all that, I'm going to be a homer, and I'm going to take the Vikings to win this game 16-10. All you WyattzWorld junkies have a great week, and I will see you next time.
Now we've got the Texans at the Ravens. I'm going to take the Texans to win 24-7 here. I think without Lamar Jackson, the Ravens are doomed. I mean, they're 1-3. Their defense cannot be depended on. Their offense needs Lamar in order to keep up with other teams. It's hard to find a cause and concern for the Texans to lose this game. I'm really hoping for a massive week out of Woody Marks here too. I've heard Joe Mixon is not close to returning. He was obviously massive last week, and I just spent the house on him in fantasy football, which typically means either he will get injured or be terrible, knock on wood. Texans win. After that, we've got the Dolphins at the Panthers. Whoopee. I'll take Miami to win this game 23-20. Jalen Waddle is about to feast. Dolphins offense has been decent the last couple weeks too. I mean, they can score points. Yes, it does hurt them that Tyreek Hill snapped his leg in 8 different places, but I still feel like Miami's going to have a more in-tune offense than Carolina, and the Dolphins should get out of this game with a 2-3 record. Now we've got the Raiders at the Colts. Taking the Colts to win this game 30-17. This is going to get very ugly if Geno Smith continues to throw the ball like a terrorist. I mean, the Raiders have been deflated if you're asking me. It feels like every time that they're in a close game, they know they're going to lose. But like I previously mentioned, if Geno just gets his head out of his ass, they will be able to play football. I just ain't picking them against who I think is a very good Colts team this week. Now we've got the Giants at the Saints, and we've got some stinkers this week, man. I'll take the Giants to win this 20-16. I really question what the Giants offense is going to be able to do without Malik Neighbors, but much like the Vikings here, their defense will keep them in this game. They will keep them in a winning position as long as the offense can go down there and score in some capacity once a quarter, at least. I would like to point out, too, I will not be surprised if I'm wrong on this pick. Now we got the Cowboys at the Jets. I'll take the Cowboys to win 33-20. This will be a typical Jets game. They're gonna get murdered 3 out of the 4 quarters, and then come back in the last quarter and throw up 75% of their total points. This would not only be a stunning win and upset for the Jets, but this would also be a stinging kick to the balls for the Dallas Cowboys season if they were to fall short. Now we've got the Broncos at Philadelphia. I think this is going to be a good game. I'm going to take Philly 24-21, but I'm expecting a dogfight here. 2 gritty defenses, although I do think Saquon's about to have a fucking day. And 2 offenses that I think have been kind of mediocre so far this year in the grand scheme of things. But they also have the explosive talents on their team to make one play dictate an entire game. I'm picking Eagles simply under the account that I think they are the better team here, but it would be gnarly if the Broncos could upset them. Now we've got the Titans at the Cardinals. I would rather paint a wall and watch it dry than watch this game. This is gonna suck. I'll take the Cardinals to win 20-10 in a pillow fight of a game that I think will have a defensive touchdown. I mean, this is one horrible offense versus one mediocre offense here. This is gonna be like watching a boxing match, but both boxers only have one arm and one of them is blind. Now we've got the Bucks at the Seahawks, and I think this game is going to be cinema. I am taking Tampa Bay to win this 27-24. I could be wrong, but Tampa has the better defense. They have the better run defense by far. I don't see Kenneth Walker doing anything this game outside of a 1-yard rushing touchdown maybe, and that's not a knock on him. He's been doing fine this year. Look at the running backs who have played Tampa like Saquon and Bijan. Hell, Breece Hall didn't do anything against him either. Like, this is going to be heavily reliant on Sam Darnold. Not saying he can't win the game, but I just think the Bucks are better. Now we've got the Lions at the Bengals. Take the Lions to win this 43-7. Why the Bengals haven't reached out for another quarterback yet? Beyond me. Not that I think they could win this game unless they had anybody other than Joe Burrow, but I definitely don't have them winning this game and not even close to it. This is just going to be an ass kicking for 3 hours. I'm expecting Amon-Ra to have a multi-touchdown game from this week. Now we've got the Commanders at the Chargers. Chargers bounce back with a 30-21 victory. Washington is just too banged up and there's too many uncertainties at the moment. The last I've heard too, at the time of this video, Jaden Daniels probably isn't going to play this week. He's practicing, but I keep hearing that we have to see another good day out of him, Well, it's Wednesday. Either this is a smokescreen or he's out. I just don't see their offense keeping up with LA. I really don't. And I know they lost to the Giants, but I'm not letting that defy their entire season. I still think they're a top team in the league, and the Commanders are going to need 100% of their players in order to beat them. Now moving on, we have the Patriots at the Bills in Sunday Night Football. I'm just wondering why the Bills have played at home like every single week almost. Listen, I'm not mad that it's at home necessarily, but I don't want to use all of our home games in the first 2 months. Anyway, I'm taking Buffalo to win this game 30-28 in a thriller. I give the Pats credit. I'm not sleeping on them. I think they are really good, and I genuinely mean that. I've been saying that all year. And I admit, Buffalo needs this win more than an undefeated team should. But this is where they can really set the tone, and I believe right now that Buffalo offense has what it takes to outscore everybody, but their defense has got to make stops. They cannot continue to just get bullied for the first quarter to half of the game. Also, can't forget the fact that there are 2 former Bills on the Patriots team who are probably going to look for some revenge in a capacity, especially Diggs, but then there's also Mac Hollins. I think this is going to be a shootout that you can't miss, but I also think the Buffalo Bills are going to win this game. Now taking us to Monday Night Football, we have the Chiefs at the Jags. And honestly, like, I want to say this game is going to suck, but I don't think it is. This is pretty interesting. We have the Kansas City Chiefs, who are right now gaining momentum by the week. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars, who I've been calling pretenders, but are also sitting at a 3-1 record with a chance to really put a staple in that phrase. Well, not staple, but a dagger. I'm taking Kansas City to win this 27-17. I think Mahomes is going to continue to be Mahomes. Kansas City is going to continue to be Kansas City. And this is also one of those games where I do not think Trevor can afford to make a mistake, and I think he's going to multiple times. Jacksonville proved me wrong, but right now I got the Chiefs. And that is also going to be it for my Week 5 NFL predictions, everybody. Let me know what your records are and let me know where we differ in the comments. Once again, as always, I appreciate you guys for watching these videos, and if you want to show support, please do it, because you know I appreciate all the help. In the meantime, I'm going to get this whipped up so you can watch it on time. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday, have a great rest of your week, and as always, I will see you in the next video.